The price of $8,257 per XRP has just been confirmed, and it's actually set by October 31st, and it's been confirmed by one of the largest analysts in the space. And this is the best part, is the information that backs it is the introduction of 654 trillion that we've been talking about all along. This number, 654 trillion, has also been confirmed and verified by numerous sources, including Ripple themselves. And even Ripple's own CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, which just confirmed and stated that Ripple has been invited to integrate XRP into massive sectors like the real estate sector, insurance, trade finance, and a $600 trillion market, to which he reveals that the co-founder of XRP, Arthur Brittu, actually stated that XRP was built for billions of users and to facilitate billions of dollars, and that it would reach a price of $10,000 per XRP. In fact, XRP's market cap and volume has already begun to soar, showing that there's a direct correlation between the news that I'm about to reveal to you that's about to inject 650 trillion into the XRP ledger and the actual price per XRP, which is rumored to be going up to $11,000 all by October 6th, which is in literally 4 days. But wait a second, before we actually reveal this news to you, we gotta tell you that we partner with Uphold to give every single person watching today's video up to $100 worth of free XRP. Again, this is $100 that you can literally take and use to buy some more XRP with to fill your bag before the massive XRP breakout. So I definitely recommend you take this golden opportunity. It's literally free money. The whole process takes less than 5 minutes. Just like the video, subscribe, share, and then you must sign up on Uphold using my link in the description and do a transaction. Now, with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So Ripple's CTO, known as David Schwartz or Joel Kaz, has officially confirmed that he's resigning from Ripple Labs. But before he left, he revealed some absolutely shocking information that is going to cause the price to soar into the thousands of dollars. Take a look at this. He says Ripple's CTO confirms banks have begun integrating XRP, revealing that Ripple Bank will run 100% on XRP ledger transactions, driving all payments and unlocking trillions of dollars. Again, massive news. But this was only the start of the breaking news, because something bigger was then released, a space that David Schwartz spoke in, to which he literally says XRP may become the world reserve currency, and indirectly confirms that it will happen in a very short period of time, at the end of 2025. And this is live on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, but David Schwartz himself stated this before he resigned. Again, shocking news. But again, this is only the start. Because everything, including the massive price of XRP and Ripple's CEO statements, all come down to one key number, 654.39 trillion USD, which is set to enter into the XRP ledger and would push the price of XRP all the way up to $11,829, a number that would make millionaires almost instantaneously within the XRP community. And a price that Ripple's own co-founder and XRP co-founder Arthur Brittu, which as you guys can see right here, actually stated, to which he said, Ripple co-founder Arthur Brittu envisions XRP's potential at $10,000. This was back June 3rd, 2023. And now finally, the vision is beginning to come to light. Something that would cause the price of XRP to skyrocket to 11,000 due to the injection of trillions upon trillions of dollars by massive large-scale institutions that are actually building and developing on the XRP ledger. And in this case, there's one specific institution that we've mentioned before, but they're injecting billions, if not trillions of dollars into the XRP ledger, with over $2 billion injected over the last week or so. Now this is insane because they've just announced that they also allowed the ability for you to buy and sell real estate. Yes, real world assets on the XRP ledger, you can actually buy them using the XRPL. Now it's especially better when you take a look at actually RealFi. RealFi is that institution that is unlocking trillions of dollars, and they've been hiding them. I mean, I've been looking and doing a lot of research, and I had to do so much digging before I found this massive institution. It turns out these guys are really unlocking all the money on the XRP ledger, or in fact, all of the real world asset money on the XRP ledger, with them already releasing over $2 billion in asset value across 10,000 properties, and this is on over 50 plus locations. And right now, you can actually buy real estate valued in the hundreds of thousands and even potentially millions, all on the XRPL, and all using, thankfully, the RealFi institution. But on October 6th, things get even crazier, because take a look at this. RealFi, which uses the Real token, which is built on the XRP ledger, is officially unlocking the next chapter. The RealFi ecosystem is expanding, and the adoption is going to increase, and the large-scale integration of the technology and the XRP ledger, with real token driving the future of real estate rewards and payments, is going to go at scale. And they've released a video confirming exactly that, which if you take a look here, it literally says payments, real estate, and rewards. And then if you take a look here, it tells you that it's clear they're building a future built with XRP ledger technology and real token technology, which is also using the XRP ledger. And let me tell you, the real token, which is again the main asset being used right now by RealFi, they're using the real token, which is on the XRP ledger, is absolutely booming. I mean, this thing is 3 months old, only 3 months, that the price is continuously soaring. I mean, it went from 1/100th of a penny to over 4 cents in like 2 months, which is hundreds of thousands of percentages. I mean, this thing is literally breaking the charts. And I'm saying this in all personal opinion. I mean, this is extremely bullish in my opinion. I mean, this thing is huge. I think the institution is doing amazing. But if you think about it, all of the money will end up flowing. The way it's going to get to the XRP ledger is going to go from fiat to XRP to real token. Think about it like this. Real token is going to have to facilitate all the money. And the math says that if only 1% of the 650 trillion goes into real token, the price will soar to over $65,000. Don't take my word for that. Take a look at that. With only 1% of the 650 trillion market entering real token, could explode from 2 cents to 64,500. And why is that? Well, it's because of the very low supply that real token actually has. See, real token has a phase 1 supply of 100 million, but that is gone now because they've already burned over 78 million real tokens. I think their current phase 1 supply sits at around 20 million or 22 million or something around there. But because of how low their supply is, supply shock is almost imminent. It's almost instantaneous, guys. As soon as the money flows, there'll be supply shock, demand will increase, and as a result, there'll be not enough supply to go around. The price will have to soar. Because this is what is going to happen. I mean, you get a lot of money, demand is so high, there's not supply, the price has to reflect that difference. And while the entire market is in the red, real token is the only cryptocurrency that is in the green. And you guys can literally see this on the charts again. Like Bitcoin is sitting, almost all of them are sitting at a 0% increase. This is insane. And this is, we're talking about the top cryptocurrencies. But if you take a look at XRP, which is currently sitting at $2.95, again, 0.25% increase, while real token is up 4%, and just a short bit ago, it was up like 7%. And it's continuing to rise, guys. I mean, you take a look at this, very strong support levels, very low resistance. I mean, breakout is almost going to happen. I mean, take a look at the charts, guys. This is something primed for a breakout and probably will continue to rise as we get closer and closer to that critical date of October 6th. Obviously, that's when we're going to see a lot of money potentially flowing into the XRP ledger, into real token on the XRPL. And again, another massive thing here is we know this is the top project. We know this is massive because it's innovative, solves a real world problem, it's utility based, real world assets, and it's on the XRP ledger. But take a look at this, guys. Take a look at this. It has received a 10 out of 10 score, which you do not see on any project except the top projects like XRP, XLM, XAC. These are the only cryptocurrencies that get a 10 out of 10 ranking. Why? Because if you look at this, top tier holders, low risk. Manex score is 100%, KYC score is low risk, KYC verified. And 3,235 wallets. This is nothing. When you take a look at this, guys, when you look at XRP, XRP has about 10 million wallets, XLM about 7 million wallets, and these things are sitting in, I think XRP right now, like we said, XRP is sitting at about $3 or $2.95. XLM is sitting at like 20 cents or 30 cents. And even with that, real token has 3,000 wallets. It's nothing. It's facilitating nothing. I think it's doing like, if you look at the total trade volume for real tokens, like 10,000 a day, $10,000 a day. Imagine it goes to 100,000. It needs, if we get $100,000 in daily transaction volume, the price will reach in the hundreds of dollars. That's why, because there's not enough supply. This is why $10,000 into real token, the potential is crazy. Imagine if somebody put $10,000, a buy order in $10,000 in real token would literally cause the price to soar. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, it's not financial advice, I'm saying this because I'm bullish. I'm bullish on real token, I'm bullish on the XRP ledger, and well, real token combines the two, and it's backed by a massive institution, which literally makes things so much better. Like, this chart cannot be any better. And it's very early, right? Because if you look at real token is not listed on a single centralized exchange. Yet it continues to rise, and it went from a 100th of a penny to over 4 cents, we just said. This is in such a short period of time without getting any recognition, without marketing, without it being listed on centralized exchanges. It's still very complicated. Imagine this, because it's only DEXs and only XRP ledger DEX. So it's very complicated. Imagine once it gets listed on centralized exchange, this thing is going to skyrocket. You do realize the price of real token will absolutely soar. It will have to soar because obviously you'll see easy access to where people can actually transact, people can actually buy, people can actually do these transactions. This is why I'm very bullish on real token. This is why I'm very, very bullish, and I truly believe in the path that real token is going to actually outpace, be the number one cryptocurrency. It's already the number one real world asset token on the XRP ledger. I think it's going to be the number one real world asset across the board for cryptocurrencies. But on top of this, we are looking at really innovative technology coming, and it's all being built on the XRP ledger. So this is why the XRP ledger, in my personal opinion, is the house of facilitating all the money, right? If XRP is going to facilitate all the money, all the payment transactions, well, it has to be able to replace payments, and then you need institutions building on the XRP ledger that are going to replace other sectors of payments, which in this case, the real world asset sector of payments is going to get dominated by institutions like RealFi, which right now is using the real token, which is built on the XRP ledger. Ripple is going to do, what is Ripple going to do? Well, Ripple is going to dominate the institutional and institutional payments, so replacing SWIFT. Now you have that market. That's how you get XRP to soar, is you can have all these institutions building and dominating different aspects of the payment industry, and then it's all going to jump on the XRP ledger, and it's going to have to cause XRP's price to reach, the high value that it should. So with that being said, I'm going to conclude the video here. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I'll see you next time, and peace.